What's up, guys? So in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to create YouTube channels that sell any offer, product, or service, whether it's online or a local business. Yes, an online business is easier. And yes, I've actually done this multiple times. I started in this industry over 5 years ago as a Fortnite montage editor. And as you see, I was using YouTube to leverage my work, posting my simple Fortnite montages that was getting thousands of views and had people pretty much booking edits with me directly from my YouTube. From there, my whole personal brand exploded as an editor. My Twitter exploded, my YouTube exploded, and I was making good money for a 15-year-old in high school. I actually ended up saving my first $10,000 before I even went to college. Came home after my first year, did not want to get a job, so I did the only thing that I knew how to do. July 2025, I started building another personal brand from scratch. And by November, I had my first 10K a month again with my new personal brand and realized this was something I could replicate over and over and over again. So I dropped out of college, started building my first marketing agency and built a personal brand around that agency. Invested over 5 figures with another agency, learning the business side, ads, funnels, everything. Spent thousands of dollars of my own money on ads. Also selling a course just in case my agency failed while I was trying to break into the online space. And after working with a few businesses and understanding what did I want to do long term, I found myself running this agency, helping businesses turn YouTube channel into customers, right? Because that's what I had the most experience in actually doing. And this is a screenshot of my last personal brand that I started in July in college that I carried on all the way to the first 4 months of the year. And as you see, the conversions are still coming in. The traffic is still flowing. No ads, all organic traffic, even though I'm not posting videos on. And to this day, we've took down the YouTube channel, but still you can see how long channels compound even after you scale them up to a certain point and leave them alone for a little bit, right? After figuring out what I wanted to do long term, I started this personal brand, teaching people pretty much how to turn their YouTube channels into their main source of lead gen, their traffic, conversion, sales calls. Everything is coming directly from their YouTube videos, right? In this video, I'm going to be walking you through that exactly. So before you can even think about creating your channel or creating your first video, you have to learn how to shift your mindset, because most business owners approach YouTube completely wrong. They think they need to start a YouTube channel the way creators do, right? Pick a niche, post consistently, optimize thumbnails, and chase the most viral titles or the most viral thumbnails, or grind for months just hoping something pops off. But in reality, that's the creator playbook, right? And we're trying to build business channels that actually sell our offer. So if you run a business, something like a coach, consultant, SaaS founder, info product, agency owner, anything like that, then the whole chasing that viral idea or the thought of even chasing the most viral trend, it will pretty much waste your time and produce you zero clients, right? When you're trying to create a channel that actually sells an offer, you can't have the mindset of thinking, I'm trying to go viral, right? You have to have the mindset of, I'm trying to create the right video idea to put in front of the right person that's going to buy my offer, right? And here's the difference, right? A creator channel optimizes for views, subscribers, watch time, right? And a business channel optimizes for qualified leads, book calls, closed revenue, conversions, right? Every single decision you make on your YouTube channel, from the topics you choose to cover in your videos, from the scripts that you write, from how you structure your playlist and structure your channel, is all built around one question from the start. Does this actually move someone closer to booking a call or buying whatever I'm selling or becoming one of my leads? And I saw this firsthand, right? I was editing videos before I was even running an agency, right? And I would see a bunch of channels getting massive views, great retention. But when I actually went to talk to someone on their team, they weren't even getting paid that well because business wasn't even doing that well behind the channel. Meanwhile, I was able to create channels from complete scratch and scale them to 10, 20K a month in 4 months just because I understood how to build a channel around an offer and not just views, right? Same exact platform, just a completely different strategy. And before you can even create any script, any piece of content, any thumbnail, you have to understand exactly who you're trying to sell for and do research on your ideal customer profile, or the person that is not only most likely to click and watch whatever your video concept is about, but actually buy whatever you're trying to sell at the end or sell into your offer, right? And I don't mean knowing your audience in the generic marketing sense, but actually mapping your buyer out precisely so you can predict what they're typing into YouTube at 11 p.m. when they're frustrated about their current lead pipeline. And most people skip this. They say, I help entrepreneurs or I target business owners and move on. But in reality, that's way too broad, right? A 35-year-old SaaS founder making 30K a month has completely different search history than a 22-year-old starting their first coaching business, right? Your channel content needs to match your ideal customer profile or whoever you're trying to sell your service, offer, product to, right? And in part one, we got profile. Who are they, right? This is pretty much your age, your location, your income, your business type. And this pretty much determines everything from the language you use, the examples you reference, and the overall price point that your content implies, right? If your buyer is a 50K a month agency owner, then your videos shouldn't sound like they're made for beginners, right? They want to sound like they're made for an agency owner that's doing 50K a month, right? Part two, we got psychology. This is pretty much where it gets interesting. You need to map out exactly what your buyer's frustrations, outcomes, doubts, and triggers, no surface level stuff. Actually go really deep into understanding exactly why they would search for a video like yours, right? Go deep into understanding the exact pains that they have inside of their business, because with those pains, you're going to reverse engineer title ideas based on those pains. So whenever they are struggling with something in their company and they type that exact pain into the YouTube search bar or Google search bar, then your video is ranking up first, right? And let's just say, for example, we're talking agency owners. Just off the top of my head, one of their frustrations are, I'm posting videos, but I'm not getting any leads. They can say, I'm, tired of cold outreach, or, ballpark here, I'm attracting the wrong audience. That's just off the top of my head, kind of mapping out pain points with agency owners, but some solutions or desired outcomes to their pain points could be consistent inbound leads. We can say qualified sales costs. And the last thing, just off the top of my head, a predictable pipeline. Or how we can map out some of their doubts. Just off the top of my head, I can. Hey guys, I'm back the next day. I was trying to edit the video, realized the recording stopped, so I had to come and make a point in this section. We were still mapping out all the frustrations, outcomes, doubts, and triggers of our ICP. Some doubts we went with for agency owners were too many competitors, that they're camera shy, and that they feel like they're wasting time on content that doesn't convert right. And some triggers that we went with were like case studies with real numbers, right? No fake case studies, because case studies build trust. You know, they can see how you transform X business into X result. We also said one long form video can compound, meaning it can produce those leads conversions for months, if not years, if you make the right video concept. And we also said watching someone like them get results, right? So someone that is exactly like them, and their same racial background, you know, life background, situation, anything similar to them. When you watch someone similar to you actually get results, then it triggers you into thinking that it's possible, right? The whole point I was trying to make with this section is if you take the time to sit down and really do the full research to understand your market, then it'll be easier to create videos for that specific market. You already know what frustrates them. You already know what outcomes they want. You already know what doubts are. You already know what triggers them. And if you create this map for your ideal customer profile or every niche you want to target, then you've already went the extra mile that most people don't go when they're trying to start a YouTube channel. And that's actually doing a deep dive into understanding exactly who you want to make the video for. Because humans are emotional creatures, right? And if you can make a human emotional throughout a video, then you can sell them on your offer in that emotional state. And my people who know about sales know exactly what I'm talking about, the whole discovery where you're trying to get them in that emotional state so you can close. Yeah, it's the same thing, but with YouTube videos. You have to get them in that emotional state so you can sell them on your offer. And just to clarify, you should be going way deeper than this little example map that I just written, right? You want 10 to 20 things that frustrate your ICP. You want 10 to 20 outcomes that they desire. You want 10 to 20 doubts that they might have, and you want 10 to 20 things that may actually trigger them into buying your offer, right? Now we're going to talk about position. And the whole point of understanding positioning is so you can position yourself as that go-to person in niche, or the person that just comes up first in the search results, right? The person that will mention your niche, you know, agencies, content, your name comes up first, right? You want to be that person so you can steal everyone else's customers in the niche. And you could do this if you actually position yourself right. Because it doesn't matter if you have the absolute best video ideas and the right topic on your channel. If your channel looks like everyone else that tries to enter the space, then chances are kind of invisible, right? And here's what usually happens. You find a competitor who's crushing it, right? They have a video getting tons of views. So you make the same exact video. Maybe change the title slightly, but it's the same concept, the same angle. You're a copy, right? And even though this method actually works, like I've actually made money doing this when I was just trying to start in the space. And I made good money, but in the long run, the copycats don't really get as many clients as you would if you were one of the authorities or go-tos in the niche, right? Instead, you want to find what I call an uncontested lane. What is an uncontested lane? An uncontested lane is the space where there's proven demand, but very few people that are serving it properly, right? So you see people posting videos on the topic, but you can clearly see like, oh yeah, I can come into the space and become the authority based on the rest of the people in the space just not executing the channel, the video ideas correctly, right? And the way I approach this when I try to start a brand new personal brand is I actually find a list of 50 to 100 competitors or people doing similar things. And then from those 50 to 100 competitors, I narrow it down to the 10 fastest growing channels, meaning that they got the most views in the last 7 days. They're growing the absolute fastest, meaning that it's currently working, right? And pretty much this tells you exactly what your market actually wants to watch. And you can absolutely remake those videos, right? They're still effective. But if you want your channel to stand out long term, you need to find exactly what's missing in the niche and make sure when you enter the space, you give the audience all of that, right? Ask yourself questions like, what perspective isn't being covered? What are they doing that you can do differently, right? These are questions that you're asking when you're trying to figure out exactly how to position yourself as the go-to authority. The YouTube growth space specifically right now, everyone is spamming the same content: how to grow on YouTube, how to get subscribers, how to grow viral, right? It's all creator focused. So what happened? People started making content about using YouTube for business acquisition instead of creator growth. And those videos actually started performing because they found an uncontested lane, right? My uncontested lane is simple. I don't teach people how to become YouTubers. I teach people how to build YouTube channels around their business or whatever they're selling, their offer, product, service, to the point where all of their leads, sales, traffic, conversions are coming in directly through the YouTube videos, to the point where you can fire your marketing team. You can stop running ads, right? Everything is organic and you still can scale by increasing the number of videos you post. Every other channel in the space is talking about how to grow on YouTube, right? I'm specifically talking about how to get conversions from YouTube. Different audience, different intent, different outcomes, right? I'm targeting different people. So pretty much your competitive edge has to be real. For me, it started as a video editor, right? I've been in the weeds of content since I was 14 years old. I'm saying that to say that I understand what makes a video sell or offer at a level that most YouTube agency owners don't, right? Because I've actually built it from nothing multiple times, and that's my edge. What is yours? If you're watching this and you're a coach, consultant, agency owner, SaaS founder, local business, online business, high ticket business, content agency, or anything like that, and you want to turn your YouTube into your primary source of leads, traffic, conversions, then link in my description to work with my agency, createcashflow.io, and I'll walk you through exactly how this will look for your channel. And even if we don't decide to work together, I'll leave you with some free ideas anyway. Just getting into channel packaging and search visibility strategy, search strategy, however you want to put it, because you can have the absolute best idea, best channel strategy, but it means nothing if nobody sees it, nobody clicks on it, right? So pretty much two main things matter in this section: packaging and search. Starting with the packaging section, this is pretty much your title and your thumbnail, right? Your thumbnail should have a visual element that actually creates curiosity before they even click. This can be like a number, a contrast, a result, right? And your title should use a proven structure that combine that curiosity with actual proof, which results in that click. And here's some proven title ideas that work in my niche as far as turning YouTube into lead generation channels, right? How I made X dollar amount off of X number of YouTube views. How I made $15,000 off of 500 views. You know, something that is completely possible, something that has been proven, something that can be reciprocated, and it's a curiosity driven title, right? Same thing with the YouTube channel strategy that made X client dollar amount, right? The same YouTube strategy that made this coaching business $15,000. And if you want to add something else to it, you can put X time frame, right? But that's kind of long. Copy this boring YouTube strategy, it makes dollar amount a year. Copy this boring YouTube strategy, it makes $1 million a year. Like, curiosity driven title, still something that can actually be reciprocated and it's proven to work, right? Number of videos, dollar amount, here's the exact strategy. 5 YouTube videos, $50,000, here's the exact strategy. And you can pretty much change these titles up to fit a niche, but these titles are actually proven to work because they combine that curiosity with proof while also being specific. And that's the formula for not going viral, but getting your video to generate leads, conversions, traffic, right? Second thing, we got search visibility, right? Or search strategy. What people don't understand is YouTube is the second largest search engine in the whole entire world, right? So if you optimize the right video with the right SEO, it will actually rank on Google, right? So pretty much all you have to do is use words and phrases that your buyer will actually search not only on YouTube, but on Google, right? And put those keywords not just in your tags, but in your actual descriptions. Also put some of those keywords naturally in your scripts because the YouTube algorithm can read the script on each video and see what you're saying and use that to target your audience. And another thing, actually tie your YouTube channel to your email newsletter, right? Whenever you release a new YouTube video, post it on your email newsletter, and from there you already have a bunch of people that are already, you know, your ideal customer profile or somebody that is most likely to buy your service, right? Which pretty much tells the algorithm to show it to more of those type of people. Pretty much your YouTube should not be just live in isolation, right? It should be like the general hub that everything points back to, where they can see all of your case studies, videos, you know, solving their problems and everything like that, right? All right, so the last thing we're going to be talking about is content that actually converts, right? You already have your channel, you already know what you want to sell. Now you have to create the right content that's actually going to attract the right person, right? And actually get them to buy into whatever you're selling. So if you look at any channel built to sell, usually they have low subscriber counts, low view counts, and it's easier to spot these when you get deeper in the space. But on every channel that's built to sell something, they have 4 types of content that's actually built to convert someone from a cold lead to an actual buyer, right? 4 main types of content that converts to conversions. And if you look at any other channel, you can see pretty much every channel that's dominating their niche as the authority, but they're also selling an offer, right? They're using all 4 of these content types across their channel. Not so they can only attract the right ICP, but so they can actually sell their offer through their content, right? Because if you use the right type of content, by the time they get to your main VSL, which should be in your description after they see all of your YouTube videos, it becomes a no-brainer for them to buy whatever you're offering because they've saw 4 of these types of content on your channel. So the main types of content that you need to create on your channel are, number 1, a VSL. Questions as a sales letter for your core offer. Every single video you post should funnel viewers towards this one piece of content. This should be the video that converts that high intent lead to an actual sale, right, through the sales letter. And number 2, we have study content. Now with case studies and client breakdowns, these are my most favorite type of content just because they're so easy to film. If you actually do an interview with the business you got results for, then you can just have them talk in the whole entire video and still post it as a video. That will get a bunch of views and also attract more leads directly into your business because they see that you're helping people, right? Or if you want to have some parts where you talk in them, you know, you can script them around your frustrations and desired outcomes of your actual buyer. Pretty much highlight the transformation, you know, highlight the results, make sure you overemphasize on all the results that you got, you know, the currents to desires, all of that good stuff. Case study content pretty much builds trust faster than any type of content because you actually see people results, right? The third type of content is going to be how-to content or like niche specific content. These videos will be solving those specific pain points that we mapped out at the beginning of the video, right? Reverse engineer those pain points into more video ideas that solve a problem, right? These will become the how-to content. For example, build a YouTube channel around a coaching business. For example, how to build a YouTube channel around a SaaS business to the point where all of their leads, traffic, and conversions are coming directly from the YouTube channel, how to build a YouTube channel around an agency to the point where all of your leads, traffic, sales, conversions are coming from the YouTube channel. You don't have to use cold outreach. All of these can be reverse engineered into multiple video concepts. And I was just really using one concept there, but you can see like how one concept can apply to multiple businesses in your niche or whoever you're trying to target with your offer, right? Last type of content, we're going to have brand and personality content, lifestyle, and pretty much with the brand and personal type of content, this is the content that kind of shows your personality and humanizes your brand. Most people have this channel separated from their actual main business channel just because post business and lifestyle, you can't have too many niches on YouTube, even though it's possible. Like I've seen channels with both types of content mixed in, but when you have a vlog channel, like it appeals to wider audiences, and you can have vlogs that get, 200, 300, 400,000 views, right? But chances are your business channel will never really touch those types of views because the channel is not built to get views, right? The vlog channel is built to get views, right? But still, with vlog channels that have a bunch of views, like some people have crazy vlog channels that are funneling all back into their education channel and their business channel, which funnels back into their business, right? So when you create a good content funnel and you set these channels up the right way, it becomes a predictable YouTube sales funnel that you can apply to any business as long as you build the right channel, have the right ideas, can do the right research. But pretty much the goal of brand and personality content is just to get more eyeballs on your channel, right? In the description, funnel to whatever you're selling, right? You can still have a vlog channel, but still funnel them back to your education channel. You don't have to funnel them from your vlog channel to your VSL instantly because they don't even know you, right? You funnel them from your vlog channel that gets all the calls to your education channel, which shows all the case studies, how-tos, niche-specific transformation content. From there, funnel them to your video sales letter, which evidently closes the deals, right? And this is a system that can be built around any business, any offer, any product, any service, absolutely anything. I've seen the craziest types of businesses with YouTube channels, even local businesses. Pretty much you want to have a whole YouTube sales funnel, a content at the top of your funnel is built to attract the right audience. This can be your brand, personality content. The middle of the funnel is built to build trust. This can be your how-tos, niche-specific case studies. And the bottom of the funnel is built to close the deals. It can be your video sales letter, your sales calls, closing deals, right? This system is being replicated across YouTube every day. More and more business are getting onto the wave of pretty much using YouTube as their primary source of lead gen because really all you need is one good video. It can grow your business for the next year and you'll be fine. For a fact you're getting 20 to 30 qualified sales calls every month from one video. Why wouldn't you keep posting, right? You're not spending that much money on these videos as you are ads, right? And that's pretty much the whole point that we're trying to make in this video. If you build the right channel, the right way, and build media infrastructure around your business, you can make way more money organically, not having to worry about other methods of cold outreach, cold email, cold DM, running ads, anything like that, right? Pretty much, guys, that is my whole system. Profile your buyer in uncontested or untapped niches that you can make a difference in. Structure your channel the right way, post the right content, case studies, information content, how-to, niche specific. Use the right titles, the right thumbnails, package it the right way. And from there, you literally have a channel that will sell absolutely any offer. You won't need 100,000 subscribers. You won't need viral videos. You just need a handful of the right people watching the right channel, right? And then from there, going to book a call and they're actually buying whatever you're offering. So if you're a course, info product, or a digital product seller, a coach, consultant, owner, SaaS founder, high ticket online, or the local business owner, and you want to hop on a wave of using YouTube as your primary source of lead gen, then click the first link in the description, book a free call with my team, and we'll walk you through exactly what this looks like for your channel. And even if we don't decide to work with you, then we'll leave you with some free ideas anyway.